May profits be upon you. How you doing? How you doing? Blessings, blessings. All right, we're going to take a look at pound CAD. That's what we're going to do. We're going to look at the sterling against the Canadian dollar. Let's look at the RT money meter. All right, and we're going to look at CAD. CAD for 3 weeks. 2 weeks ago, minus 221. 1 week ago, minus 373, slipping down. This week, minus 395. All right, kind of, a marginal move to the downside. This is, it's really kind of on the neutral side, okay? But relatively speaking, when compared to the other currencies, it is one of the stronger ones, okay? All right, it's right under the US dollar, and which is by far the strongest of all the currencies because there's a flight to safety right now. All right, but look at the pound. The pound 3 weeks ago was at minus 811. 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago is at minus 863. This week at minus 932. It's been getting weaker, even though it moved up in the ranks a couple of weeks ago. It's still at number 5, but it is trending in the wrong direction, getting weaker. Bank of England is trying to raise rates and fight the inflation. And that brings me to the other thing, that on Wednesday, I believe it is on Wednesday, we have inflation data that's going to be coming out, the CPI for Bank of England. So watch out for that. You may see some pullback into those numbers until those numbers come out, or you never know. But come Wednesday, if those numbers come in bad, it may just be baked in, and we'll see more of the same. And what I'm looking at, as far as more of the same is concerned, this is a very bearish market. All right, let's look at the monthly, and you can see that price has mitigated. Has dropped down to this same area of support. It's been there for quite a while, right? Tap, tap, tap. And then look at the nature of the last few months. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months of very bullish, lots of momentum, very bearish, lots of momentum candles, candle after candle coming down, taking out these lows. This low was made in 2016. 2016 took that low out, took out all of this liquidity, all right? And here we are. Do you think, what do you think? Think it's just going to reverse? Are the fundamentals in place for that? All right, is the pound all of a sudden going to get extra strong against the CAD, and the CAD is just going to get weakened out of nowhere? Or is the more likely scenario is that the monthly candle that is forming right now will finish bearish, will close as a bearish candle? Let's look at the daily. All right, and we can see the nature of this bearish push to the downside, right? We have the impulse, we have this correction, then we have another impulse, and we have this correction, and then we have impulse. And each time that correction comes, there's another impulse to take out those lows. Each time, boom, boom. We thought we was going bullish here. No, it didn't break that high. Didn't break that pullback high here. All right. This is the lower high. This is the lower low. Boom. This is the lower high. And then we have a new lower low. Come on. Work with me. Work with me on this. Okay. So we have a strong downtrend, and I'm looking for more of the same because of considering the fundamentals and considering the structure. When they line up like that, you got to look for sells, man. It's that simple. In my book, we have a break of structure here. What happens after a break of structure? You look for a return to impulse. As soon as it crosses this line, right? My mind is looking up here, all right? Because that is the origin, return to the originating impulse from this bearish order block. Okay, so price does come back up here. What do I think? I'm thinking that we're going to see another lower low. I'm looking for this low to be taken out. Yes, and I think that low can be taken out this week. Okay. Now, something else I want you to look at. All right. If this is going to reverse, it will reverse from here. All right. Because you see what I look for all the time. I'm always looking for a low, a pullback, a lower low, a break above that pullback high, and then a return to impulse. You take the trade from there, right? If you're going to see a reversal, we have that. All right. Let's see, low, pullback, lower low, a break above that, return to impulse. We could see price come up here. Yeah, there's potential for it, but the fundamentals have to also be aligned with that, and that's not the case. All right, so I'm looking at this as the return to impulse, and we're going to, I think it's likely that we will see a continuation of the downward momentum, and we have a fair value gap here. So there is potential for price to do one of these numbers, give us a bearish flag, all right, and then we can take a high probability trade from here. It all depends, for me, I'm watching the price action. It all depends on how price reacts in this fair value gap. If it doesn't fill it all the way, it's an indication, like a little bird told me, all right, my guy, More Blue, shout out to him, says when the fair value gap doesn't fill, or it's like price really wants to get away from this level. All right, instead of it going all the way up, we would get an indication that price wants to continue down. So I'm going to watch the way it acts at this fair value gap, if it even goes up here. Okay, but that is the normal thing that I will look for. I'm looking for the failure of supply. Supply is in control for me. All right. I'm looking for the failure of supply before I start looking for buys. Here, I'll be looking in this area right here. Honestly, I'll be looking for a price. If it's going to go up, I needed to break that. And then if it comes back through here, I'm looking to take the zone, the demand zone here, for a trade to the upside. That's when I would start to look for buys. Let me show you that again. If this zone of supply, price comes up, does one of these numbers, takes it out, I'm looking for it to come back and test, mitigate that zone of demand, and take a high probability trade to the upside. That's when I would start looking for buys. Right now, I'm not looking for that. I want to see if it pulls back to give us a bear flag and then drop from there. But it could very well just start to drop from here. Okay. So if that makes sense to you, smash the like button. All right. And do leave me some feedback. Tell me what you think about that. All right. I'm giving shout outs today to everybody. All right. But I want you to watch out for this area here. I want you to watch, see if price will take out this supply. I see it as supply. I do see it as supply. Price is already getting ready to come back up in there. All right. But I like the refined supply here. And if it breaks through, I want to see it come back to the demand zone that made it break that supply. And then we can look to attack here, at least to the midpoint. But my mind is on sells, people. Make no mistake about that. All right. So we'll see how price reacts here. This is a good demand zone. I would love to see price take this zone out and take the supply left behind, so I could take a high probability trade to the downside. I don't want to just take it from here. You just don't jump into trades. You dig what I mean? All right. We could very well see price do one of these numbers, then come back and test that demand zone so we can take a high probability trade to the downside. That's what I'm looking for. All right. I done repeated myself a number of times. All right. And I hope you find value in this video. Smash the like button, let me know, and leave me some feedback. And do not forget to subscribe to this channel so you can catch my updates. Do hit that bell icon for notifications of all of my updates. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.